Hello everybody, I hope everyone is doing well and welcome back. So I'm really excited for today's video because I'm going to be reviewing a few products from Gucci Beauty. They recently launched this foundation, which I was really excited about. They launched 40 shades in this foundation, which is really nice to see for such a high-end brand. Usually with high-end brands, they come out with very abysmal shade ranges. So I'm curious to see if this launch is going to give those brands a wake-up call. We can only hope, but I'm really excited to see how these things perform. I purchased all of these myself, and in today's video I'm also going to be doing a wear test. So I'm too excited. I just want to jump right into today's video. So before we get into it, I would love for you to subscribe if you aren't already. It'd mean so much to me, and let's get to it. Okay, so here we go. I'm really excited. Alongside of this foundation, they did launch a primer. I skipped out on purchasing it because it's not a product I see myself using, just because it's more of a blurring primer and I never gravitate towards those kinds. Whenever I reach for a primer, it's either like a glotion product or a product that highlights underneath of my foundation. So I didn't want to contribute to any waste, and I also wanted to be a little kinder to my bank account. So I'm just going to jump right into the foundation. I have all of my skincare on already, so I just want to see how it performs over top of all that. So here's the bottle. It's very, very beautiful. It's very classy, but it still has that little touch of millennial pink in it, so it definitely catches everyone's eye. And look at this beautiful pump. It has a gold pump. Stunning. So a little bit about this foundation. I have some info pulled up on my laptop here. It's a natural finish fluid foundation. It has adjustable coverage, lightweight, buildable, long-wearing formula. The silky smooth foundation achieves the ultimate natural finish, blurs blemishes, and makes pores appear less visible. It was developed for all skin types, and it can be worn multiple ways for a flawless looking complexion. I really like how it has a natural finish. It's a nice in-between if you like to be more matte or if you want to do it up. So from this description, it sounds like something that's up my alley. It sounds beautiful, but we don't know that until we try and test it out. So I'm going to pump some on the back of my hand here. I got the shade Fair 180W. I'm going to be using this Moda complexion brush to apply it, and the shade match looks actually pretty good. Let's see. I ordered this online at around 2 a.m. so hopefully it actually is a pretty good shade range. Go me. I'm curious to see what this is going to look like over my healing acne scars here and everything like that. It does have a perfume, which is expected for Gucci. I've never tried any of their products before, but I've always dreamed of having some. Looking at their products online and such, they look so beautiful. So I'm really hoping that they live up to my expectations. I did forget to mention the price. It's $88 Canadian. Actually, the Pat McGrath foundation is more expensive than this one, so that's interesting. I'm just gonna build it up a little bit right here. Just concentrating the coverage where I want to add more. I feel like I could have gone one shade up, but at the same time, I feel like this is the exact same color as my neck. Yeah, it's fine. Once I add dimension to my face, I think it'll look great. So I'm just gonna go over everything with my dampened beauty blender as always. I'm not changing anything with my application. I wanted to see what this foundation looks like compared to all the other ones I use. I'm not switching anything up. I feel like that'd be cheating. I do see the blurring properties. I look very, very smooth. Like this area right here is very, very blurred. It looks really, really nice actually. It looks flawless over my drier areas. I'll give you guys a nice close-up so you can see. I do really like what I see so far. It does have a really nice natural glow. So I'm gonna give you a nice close-up. And as always, I don't use any beauty filters, so you can see what the foundation looks like on my texture for real. And I have a really dry area right here, so it is picking up on it a little bit. And here's my forehead. It looks very, very smooth up there. The perfume is kind of lingering. I really hope that dissipates during the day, just so I don't get a headache. I'm kind of sensitive in that way, so I'll check back on that. But I really like the amount of coverage I'm seeing. I'm just gonna try to build it up a little bit more on these areas here to see how that goes. I haven't watched anyone else's review yet. I actually haven't seen anyone review this product yet. There's nothing here to sway my opinions. Okay, it builds up really nicely actually. I really like how that looks now. A little bit more flawless. Here, I'll do one more zoom up. Why not? That is really, really nice. It didn't get cakey or anything at all. I really like the finish of this. I can imagine that the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter under this would be chef's kiss. They don't have a concealer yet, so I'm just gonna quickly apply some of my Becca Under Eye Corrector as well as the Milk Makeup Flex Concealer in the shade Light. I'm just gonna apply this quickly with my sponge. And I'm just going to set under the eye only with a touch of this under eye powder from Pat McGrath. I'm only setting a little bit under the eye so we can see what the foundation does during the day. And that's how I wear my foundations most of the time. I don't usually set much of my face. So for my brows, I'm going to be doing something a little different than the usual. I'm going to be using this Jason Wu, the Bush Brow Shaper Soap. I was in a Zoom masterclass for his brand yesterday since this brand recently launched, and I used this product in my brows and it was phenomenal. Let me know if you'd like to see a full face of his brand. When I first received the PR box, I mentally priced these at a $30+ price range, but they're actually at a $10+ price range. And it's fun to see these types of products at such an affordable price point, so let me know on that, please. So I'm just gonna quickly dampen this with a little setting spray or water, and I'm gonna really work it into my spoolie. This kind of brow is going to suit this Gucci inspired look perfectly. And it does look white at first, but you really have to build and coat your brows with this. And then the lamination effect kind of kicks in. And then I'm just taking my finger and really pressing the hairs down at first, making my brows look very thick and bushy and crazy. And I'm just gonna kind of give my brows a little shape just by combing them down a little. This is something I'm gonna have to practice again. I used to be a pro at this, but not anymore. And now I'm just gonna take a little bit of brow powder. I'm using the Anastasia one in the shade Granite. And I'm using this Anastasia number 7 brush. And I'm gonna add hair-like strokes throughout my brow to fill in the sparser areas. I just know there's going to be a lot of people who aren't gonna be a fan of these brows, but that's okay. I can predict the comments already. People are gonna hate this. I actually really like this look. It's fun once in a while, and I feel like it suits the vibe of today's makeup too. Okay, so there we are. I'm gonna leave it at that for a moment. I'm now going to dip into the bronzer, which I'm so excited about. Look at this packaging. That color is so beautiful, and it's such a nice, thick packaging. This is such a beautiful piece to have out on your desk. It also looks very old-timey, makeup-esque. I don't know, I really, really love it. And the rippled edges, oh, I could talk about it all day. But anyways, here's what the pan looks like before I dip into it. Beautiful. I picked up the shade number 2. It also comes with one of these useless brushes, but it also matches the front. I'm gonna keep it just because it's pretty, but I'm never gonna use that. And in the compact, of course, there's a little mirror, and you can use this as a mirror too. I'm going to be using my favorite bronzer brush. It's nice and clean. I feel like this might be a little deep for my complexion. I feel like this shade is going to match me more in the summer, but we'll see. A little nervous. Here we go. Hopefully it lives up to the hype. Okay, yeah, it's very pigmented. There's like a nice sheen running through this bronzer as well. It's not like a matte finish. It is described as a bronzing powder that is designed to deliver a luminous finish and a natural glow. So I feel like I'm gonna really like this bronzer. Uh-oh. I think this is such a smart business model for the higher end brands, just because it's a lot more affordable to purchase a makeup product rather than like a pair of shoes or a bag or even a clothing item. It's much more palatable, even though it is still very pricey compared to other makeup. It's just a lot less daunting if you are wanting something from a luxury brand like Gucci. I think this will suit me a lot better when I'm tan. It's leaning a touch orange on me, but it's honestly really, really nice. I'm just being super picky. This is blending out beautifully. It does really give that natural glow. I'm very happy with what I'm seeing right now. I was really nervous to try this product. I was nervous that it was going to live up to its hype or its outer beauty, but what I'm seeing right now is really exciting. Right now, I feel really happy that I went ahead and purchased it. Since I am a makeup lover, and I'll use this once in a while when I want to feel bougie. This is beautiful. So now for highlighter, I wanted to just go in with something a little glossy. So they don't have a traditional highlighter. They do have an all over face gloss that can also be used on the lips. I decided to forego purchasing that just because I already had similar products, and that's not a look that I go towards a lot. In place of that, I'm just going to use my Makeup by Mario Master Secret Glow highlighter. And I'm just going to quickly pop that on the high points of my face. I think this will just give us the vibes. I'm going to do something very inspired by Gucci and by the packaging. I'm going to play with a little color today. And I'm just going to tap right over my brow here with whatever's left on my finger to deposit any extra glow. So I'm going to hold off on applying a blush right now just because I don't know what tone's gonna work best for what I'm going to be doing on the eyes. So I'm just gonna quickly prime my eyes real quick with the Fenty Beauty Eye Primer, and I'll be right back. So for the eyes, I'm gonna keep it very simple and quick, but with a little editorial spice in there. So I'm going to just apply a little bit of this bronzer in my crease just to make my eyes pop out a little bit more. Okay, that is far more pigmented than I wanted it to be. It actually pains me to dip into this. I don't want to ruin the little pattern. It's so pretty. I'm just going over that with a clean brush to remove most of the extra product. And now I'm just going to take this little clay pot from Tarte in the shade Mint, because I'm going to be doing something inspired by this packaging. This is pretty old and dry now, so hopefully this is going to work. I'm going to create a little eyeliner. So I'm trying to pick a gold, and this one looks closest to this compact. I originally was thinking about this one, which is the Makeup by Mario palette, but it's just too yellow. I think it would look too cheesy. So I think I'm going to use this gold. This one happens to be from the Natasha Denona gold palette. It's the heart of the palette, the center one. So I am going to scrape a little, which is probably going to hurt a lot of your souls, but I do it for the art. I'm going to scrape a little bit into this Makeup by Mario palette, and I'm going to mix in a few drops of the Makeup by Mario Master Metal Manipulator to create an eyeliner. So I'm gonna paint a little line above my crease. And I'm also going to outline the mint eyeliner. I'm also bringing that into the inner corner. And I'm just gonna run a touch of the bronzer right on the outer corner of my eye here, just to define it a touch more. I'm just gonna quickly catch this eye up to speed real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, the only thing I think that's missing from this eye look is a little pink. I don't know. So I'm just pulling out my Millennial Pinks palette from Melt Cosmetics. And I'm taking this shade right here, which is called Flamingo Dream. I'm having too much fun right now. I'm just gonna take a touch of that and put it on top of this bronzer because I feel like it's not the right thing. I'm gonna leave it at that. I just had way too much fun with that. But anyways, now it's time for mascara. I did curl my lashes. By the way, my favorite eyelash curler is the Shu Uemura one. It's fantastic. I've had it for 3 years and it's still going strong. Ayo, Julia, your eyebrows are falling down. So now I'm gonna move on to mascara. And this mascara packaging is beautiful, as you would expect. Here it is right here. I just really love this rippled gold effect. So here is the wand. It is one of those plasticky wands that aren't my super favorite. Has a different shape than we're used to seeing. Okay, let's see how this goes. It's very nice and lengthening, holy. I am getting it a lot on my eyelid, which is not gonna be fun to clean up. That's really nice and lengthening and separating. That's really pretty. I'm gonna see what a second layer does to this eye. I'm gonna also use it on my lower lashes today. So here are the lashes. They look very, very lengthened. I really like that. I usually like my mascaras to have more volume, but I can't deny that this one's a really great lengthening and separating one. I just wish that it had a little bit more volume for my personal preferences, but honestly it looks pretty good. So now let's zoom you guys out. It's time for lipstick. I was just looking at my face and I was like, something's off, and I forgot I never applied blush. I'm just gonna quickly apply some of my Honest Beauty Rose Pink blush. I feel like it'll match the eyes really nicely. I really like how the eyes turned out. I feel like they look a little weird on camera, but in person they're really, really pretty. Okay, so now for my lips. This might be a little weird, but I did end up picking up a really deep red. They have such a beautiful shade selection in their lipsticks, and they have a lot of finishes as well. And for each finish comes a different packaging. I went for this one, which is their matte lipstick. I went with a red because I love wearing bougie reds, and I didn't want to just pick up a nude. I felt like that was a little bit boring. So whenever I pull this lipstick out, it will be a moment. This was a very difficult choice. They have so many beautiful shades to pick out of. I picked up the shade Jenny Scarlet, so we'll see. I think they'll look good. I really like the color. I might add a quick lip liner though, just so I get a really crisp line around my lips. I'm just gonna use this ColourPop one from the Hocus Pocus collection. So here's what the lipstick looks like on. I really, really love its tone. It definitely has a blue undertone, which I think is very flattering on my skin tone. It was really nice and creamy to work with. The texture is really nice and lightweight. Feels very soft on the lips. It was very easy to get a nice edge. The only downside to this product is its price, for sure. $55 is definitely hard to swallow. But I do see myself wearing this lipstick lots. I love red lipstick. It always is a pick-me-up, and I love having these more bougie lipsticks. So I don't regret purchasing it personally, but do you need it? Definitely not. But now I'm gonna get into my final first impression thoughts on the new Gucci products I've tried out. So first, starting off with the foundation, I feel like I could have gone one shade a little deeper just because I feel like it's washing me out a touch. It might be like the top I'm wearing or the combination of colors I have on my face right now, but I feel like there's just something off. If I'm looking at my skin up close, and I'm being super critical about this foundation just because of its price and everything like that, I do really like it on the majority of my face. The only issue I have with it is it kind of is accentuating my dry spot right here, and it kind of looks like it's sitting on top of my skin in this area right here, but that's about it. Everywhere else it looks absolutely stunning and super smooth. I'll give you one more close-up so you can see. I don't know if it'll pick up on camera, but it looks like almost dry right here, but that's it. I kind of regret putting that gloss on my cheeks, but I'll just disregard those little areas where I applied that. My forehead looks really, really good. Really nice and smooth and glowy, but not greasy looking. Very flawless there. The only area that it's kind of looking weird is right here. There's like dust that keeps attracting to my glossy cheeks. I really regret putting that on. But other than that, the foundation so far looks really promising. I'm really excited to see how it wears during the day. So I'll keep my final thoughts for future Julia later today. Now for the bronzer, I think this is my favorite product of today's video. It blended out beautifully. I love its finish. It has that nice natural glow running through it. The packaging is absolutely glorious. It's stunning to look at. Especially if you're a makeup lover, this is just such a nice piece to have in your collection. I'm really happy I finally purchased it, and I'm happy it exceeded my expectations, to be honest. The color's beautiful. I think I'd be able to pull this off all year round now that I know it is more of a pigmented formula. I think the tone actually suits my skin right now pretty nicely. It's not too warm nor too cool. It's just a nice middle ground, and it doesn't pull too orange anymore. What do you guys think? I think this is stunning. I'm really happy to have it. Did I need another bronzer? No. Yes. No. Yes. And I'm happy I have it. I'm going to pull it out on special occasions or days that I feel like I need to treat myself on my more self-care days, you know? I definitely want to keep this intact for a very long time. It's such a pretty collector's item to have in your collection if you love makeup. Is it completely worth it? Is it the most unique bronzer out there? I would have to say no, but am I happy to have it? Yes. And if you ended up picking it up, I don't think you'd be disappointed in it at all. It just is one of those fun makeup products for sure. Now for the mascara, I feel like I could have definitely passed on this one just because it doesn't suit my preferences. I do prefer something a little bit more volumizing and lengthening at the same time. This one is definitely a good separating and lengthening one. And if that suits your preferences, I feel like you'd really like this one. My eyelashes are staying lifted. I just personally prefer a few other mascaras over this one. Ones I do prefer over this are definitely the NARS Climax Extreme or the Marc Jacobs At Lashed mascara. I feel like those outbeat this mascara by a landslide for me, but that's definitely just because of preferences. It did perform very beautifully. I'm not experiencing any smudging on my lower lashes at all, which is really admirable, and it's not crumbling or anything at all, even if I lightly touch my lashes. They stay in place. I just personally prefer some volume. And then lastly, for the lipstick, I'm really happy I picked this up, but again, it's definitely based on preferences, and it is a very hefty price tag for a lipstick. Are there a million reds that look like this on the market? 100%. But you're definitely just paying for packaging and the name at this point for this one. Out of the few products I did pick up today, I feel like I'm going to use the bronzer and the lipstick the most. So to conclude, these 4 products did perform beautifully. I think it just comes down to preference and how much you're willing to spend, or if you really want to have a Gucci product. They performed beautifully. They exceeded my expectations. I think there are other products that perform very similarly to these. You're just pretty much paying for the packaging and the name at this point. So I'm really curious to see how these wear. Let's catch up with future Julia. Hello everyone. So it's around 11:40 at night. I did finish filming the first part of the video at around 4 o'clock. So this makeup's been on for quite a while. I'm about to turn on my ring light. I haven't examined my face at all really today. I actually never reapplied this lipstick. This is still on since 4 p.m. and I am really impressed with the quality of this lipstick. It does look like it could go for another layer, but are you kidding? Like, it's flawless. There's no cracks in it whatsoever, and I did eat a soup, a salad, and I also stole a piece of my brother's pizza earlier. So I would say it's a pretty good quality lipstick. I am looking a little bit shiny. I didn't set my face at all. I didn't touch anything up. I just wanted to see how the makeup wore without any alterations, and I think it looks pretty amazing. Usually during the day, if I'm wearing my makeup for a longer period of time, I would set my face with a little bit of powder halfway through the day, but I just skipped that step today just to see what it actually looked like, and I say my skin looks fantastic. I definitely could go for some blotting in some areas. The bronzer stayed. I was laying down on my couch a little bit. I look very dewy. I might pull out one of my Rare Beauty blotting sheets just to see how this refreshes, but I am thoroughly impressed with how everything wore today. The mascara actually held up really nicely. It did transfer slightly on my lower lashes, but nothing compared to a lot of brands. I'm gonna take one of these Rare Beauty blotting sheets and I'm just gonna press it lightly on the areas where I've gotten a little oily. There we go, pretty refreshed. I still look really nice. Honestly, this makeup held up really, really great. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can see what it looks like up close. Safe to say, I would really recommend all of these products if you have had your eye on them. So I'm going to continue trying and testing out these products over the course of the month, just so I get a better, well-rounded opinion for my roundup video at the end of the month. So keep tuned for that. I just have to say I am so incredibly impressed with these products. They lasted throughout the day, the packaging is so beautiful, and that all created such a beautiful experience. I am so happy I decided to purchase these products. I feel like I'm going to get a good use out of everything here. I definitely went into this video not expecting this result at all, but I have to say I am blown away with the outcome. I keep trying to be really picky and find fault in the products, but I simply can't. For my makeup to look this good without any touch-ups, reapplication, and I didn't set my face at all, this is truly rare for me. I cannot believe it. I'm blown away. I did not think this was gonna happen. But yeah, I feel like I could talk all day about how impressed I am with these products, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm really excited about them as of right now. They exceeded my expectations, that's for sure. So it's the following day. I used all of the same products. I just opted out of the red lipstick today. I did more of my everyday makeup routine. So I used the Hollywood Flawless filter underneath and just all my basic stuff that I usually go in with. And it looks so beautiful. The foundation looks flawless today. Love the bronzer. The mascara actually looks really good today. I got it to more of a volumized state, which I do really enjoy. So I'm going to see how this lasts throughout the day. I'm going to go out and about today. Safe to say that these products definitely get my stamp of approval. They're beautiful. And it kind of sucks to say that because they're so expensive, but I'm happy that I didn't waste my money. So please let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. And if you've tried any of these products, give your little review in the comments down below. Maybe that will help people who are looking into these products. Who knows? Let's make a fun little comment section. Hi, I wanted to bug you guys one more time. So I did the initial review on the 15th. Today is the 20th, and I've been testing out the products pretty much every day since. There's only one day that I skipped out on using these products, and that's when I filmed the Auric Beauty video. So my experience with the foundation has been really good ever since I used my more normal routine. I did notice on my more dry days that the foundation does really adhere to my drier areas, so I feel like if you had really dehydrated and dry skin, this foundation would not be the best for you. But if you have normal to oily skin like I do, I think you would really enjoy this foundation. Maybe if you had a drier skin type, you would just have to adjust what products you use underneath. And maybe if you added like a nice glowy setting spray on top, it would look really nice. But at the same time, if you're paying that much for a foundation, I don't think you should have to adjust it a bunch to make it work for you in that sense. So personally, if I had a more dehydrated or drier skin type, I think I would pass on this foundation. I don't think it'd be worth your money. I'm just trying to save you guys some dollars, okay? Regarding the bronzer, I think it would suit everyone. It is a stunning formula. And if you really like the glowy bronzer, I think you'd really enjoy it because it looks like a cream on the skin, but it has the properties of a powder, so it's a really great product. The lipstick, it's beautiful, and I have been really enjoying the mascara. Well, this quality does not show anything, but I have been really enjoying the mascara actually. I just learned to kind of wiggle the brush into my roots a little more, and then I get the perfect amount of volume. And this mascara stays really nicely all day, and the curl of my lashes doesn't leave at all during the day. It's a pretty fantastic one. I just don't like using it on my lower lash line still. I do find that it can smudge or transfer onto my concealer. But I really hope this helped. Let me know what else I could add into my reviews going forward if you think I missed anything. So that is all from me today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video and found it helpful. If you did, please give this video a like. It would help me out so very much. I'll make sure to link all of these products in the description down below as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye!